So let me tell you a story. The other day, I was in a neighborhood that I don't usually go into. And as usual, was looking at what people were wearing. For whatever reason, I noticed a lot of people were wearing this one particular brand of sneakers. The brand that I'm going to discuss is popular, but it's popular in the realm of sport. And it's a very functional and performance-based shoe. So because of that, it's not generally worn as a fashionable sneaker. However, I think in this neighborhood, probably they do wear them for fashion or maybe just for practicality's sake. I'm always looking for new shoes and trying something different. You know, I've worn Adidas, Nike, Saucony, New Balance, Asics, you name it, and I probably have had a classic or lifestyle shoe, and some sport specific ones as well, but mainly just fashion. I don't run. I play basketball, but I kind of suck. But anyway, that's another story. So I don't really play sports that much. Mostly I'm looking for fashion. The brand that I'm about to talk about, I was so intrigued by the style of these shoes that I thought, I should pick up a pair. So I looked online, saw some different colorways, and decided to give them a shot. So here's the box. This is the Brooks Ghost 12. There is this nice boot here and a soft midsole. It's kind of like Boostish or React. Yes, I know it's DNA Loft. What I do like about this shoe, as opposed to the Adidas and any of the sock type shoes, is that it has a normal collar here, which is really nice, and a normal tongue. It's not like a sock shoe per se. There's a bit of a boot here, but it has a normal collar, has a really nice cushiony inside. Even though it's modern, it still has a traditional feel to it. The sole is really nice. It has thick rubber on the base, on the bottom of the outsole, with the softer parts. So you get a nice cushiony feel, and then you have a nice hard sole that will make your shoe last longer. You see the speckled laces, that's a nice touch. Then there's this three-dimensional print here. It's really nice. Some 3M on the back. And then of course you have the logo. That's really cool. Oh yeah. And they're black.
What are you? I'm Batman.
Mainly because, well, I wear a lot of black. Not only do they stay clean of dirt, but they also look cool. So let's go out and try them on. Maybe do a little running. I hate running, so that'll be fun. Not a skateboarding shoe, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Well, so far so good. I have to give it more of a rigorous test than just walking. As far as wearing these shoes for fashion and not for sport, just like every other shoe that's out there, at one point or another, other shoes were considered performance shoes. Now they're considered lifestyle. Well, let's go check out some more.
worth. Whew. Leave the running to the professionals, not me.
Not ever.
Well, there you have it, kids. Stay in school and you won't have to run a day in your life.
So why would somebody wear shoes that were intended for performance? If you think about previous shoes that now have become lifestyle or fashion-based sneakers, some of those sneakers were probably originally intended for performance. So, for instance, you take the Air Jordan 1, Air Jordan 4, Air Max 90, Air Max 1. These were the cream of the crop when it came to new technology. Over time, those shoes have become quote-unquote outdated because of the technology, but they're certainly good shoes to wear, and they're definitely comfortable. And I think that people wear them for nostalgic reasons, also fashion. It's funny because a shoe company like Brooks, their main focus is not on fashion. In fact, their main focus is probably on performance, as opposed to a company like Nike or Adidas, where I would argue that one of Nike's primary focuses is on fashion and lifestyle. Although they do have a ton of R&D, research and development. They are focused on design and they are focused on new technology, but they are also heavily interested in what looks good on feet, what's a great wearable shoe. Does it have a classic look or a stylized look? Or is it something that is the latest trend? Now, I'm not saying that Nike necessarily, or Adidas, or any of the big shoe companies follow trends. In fact, I think they probably try to lead with trends and to develop new trends, or at least to look at what's happening in high fashion as well as new and fringe fashion interests. And so, like, you have a company like Brooks that their primary focus is on their customers. And I think that what their customers are interested in is running. And so when it comes to aesthetics, I think that they are concerned about aesthetics, but you don't hear people waiting in line for limited edition Brooks. It doesn't happen because their shoes are very available and they're not limited. And also, they're not focused on that. That's not their market. So wearing a shoe from a company like that for fashion is an interesting concept. Wow! Specifically, this shoe I think is very fashionable because it's very simple, has clean lines. The colorways are really good that they pick. I'm impressed with some of their colorways. In fact, I think it's hard to come up with good colorways for shoes. You often see shoes that they often frustrate me because the colors, they're not very complementary or they don't work well with each other. And that's a really important aspect of shoe design or clothing design in general is color. In future videos, I want to get into how you can design things like shoes and pick out colors and what works and what's a wearable shoe. For this video, I would like to take a look at how one would wear a pair of these shoes from a standpoint of pants and outfits. Probably not with a suit. So in conclusion, I think these shoes are really cool. And although they may not be a fashion-based sneaker, they have a clean aesthetic, and they are, I'm going to say it, fashionable. You probably won't see them on the runways anytime soon, but I'm not concerned about that type of fashion anyway. I'm into fashion that is practical, cool, and I don't like to follow trends. I wear what I want. I don't care if it's in fashion or not. And that's an important attribute of picking out clothing. Don't follow the trends. Don't wear what everybody else is wearing. Wear what you want to wear. That's what makes things interesting in life, is when everybody subscribes to different things. So let's have some interesting taste and look outside the box and try something new. And in this case, Brooks have put together something that have sparked the interest in me, and I like it. See you around.
So anyway,